So there's a new Indian screen life found footage type film. Screen life is, I guess, what this is now called. I had always called this laptop horror, but this is more of a thriller in line with something like Searching or Missing. But I'm a big fan of this style of filmmaking, whether it's Unfriended or Ratter or The Den or Open Windows, or, I've seen a lot of them at this point. I'm glad that we're getting more and more of these. And once again, as I said, this is brought to us from India, and this is currently streaming on Netflix. This is called CTRL or Control, and it is about a social media influencer, of course, because everything's about social media influencers now. And she builds this brand with her boyfriend, and they're like all the rage online. And they're like the power couple. And something happens, and she has to download this app on her phone to try to fix this new issue in her life. And in doing so, this AI friend that she downloads isn't really that much of her friend. And, things go terribly wrong. So I'll remain as vague as I can about things because I want you to experience them if you end up watching this. All right. So I am a big fan of these. And while I did enjoy this one, this is one I didn't like as much. I did like it, though. I was invested in our main character because we spend the most, the lion's share of the screen time is with her and her AI friend, which is this, animated image of a human that looks somewhat lifelike-ish. But, you could tell it's animated too, and it has its own personality. And I could see that being fairly cheesy to people. But I actually liked it. I thought it felt fairly realistic for upcoming technology, in the pretty foreseeable future. I don't know. I bought into that enough. It is a movie, and so it can be a little silly at times. But overall, I was pretty invested in it. One thing that did upset me about this film, unfortunately, is that it does somewhat drop and ultimately completely drop the found footage or screen life style, which is a big no-no for me when I'm watching these. It's not like an absolute deal breaker like it is for some people. Some people are hardcore about it. In fact, they don't even want you to refer to it as a found footage film or, anything of the like. If it has like even 1 second that they can't find an explanation for of how it was filmed through the cameras or through the technology within the film. So I don't really care like that much, but I do care, and it did bum me out. But if it was good or better, it wouldn't bother me as much. But yeah, I think if you're a huge fan of this style and you like Indian cinema and you want to spend like an hour and a half with a girl going through something emotional and listening to her, kind of figure it out and talk to somebody who's not really there. It's like an AI program and is emotionally like being vulnerable and going through her past and whatnot. This could be an enjoyable watch, but I think a good amount of my audience would probably not have a good time with this at all. So it's not really a recommendation. It's really more of a soft recommendation for people who are really into this style and usually like these types of movies. I don't think it's great or anything. I think it's okay. I think it's fine. I think, what I did like about it, though, is that with the AI, and even without the AI, they have a lot of like social media influencing that they're doing in it. Like there's one time where she does like a music video, and then there's another time where they, heavily edit things so she's coming in and she's being a badass and all this stuff. And I actually thought that stuff was pretty believable. I actually thought that stuff made me believe like, yeah, these guys would be popular. Yeah, that video would kind of take off. Yeah, that these people do seem like people who would have a following. So the believability on that side of things is, I think, what kept me in this. And I think there's a lot of fun style of like the social media influencer style that felt believable for this. And so I think that's kind of what kept me on track. Plus, I did like the girl, her performance and her drama. I know some people don't give a shit about emotional drama and whatnot, but I do, and I got invested in it enough. And then it also has it's a bigger, broader conspiracy that has a much wider reach than most of these movies would go in. Usually they keep them pretty small scale, and this one gets much bigger. And I liked that. So I don't know. I guess the more I talk about it, the more I'm starting to think that I liked it. I had a good time with it. I don't know how I feel about the ending. Like, it makes sense. Yeah, you know what? I like the ending. I was kind of iffy on it because I wanted something different, but I think ultimately it does make sense. So I'm okay with it. And so yeah, that's what I have to say about it. So yeah, it's on Netflix. If you check it out, let me know, and I'll see you in the comments. Adios.